and take out a fourth. So, Azure, they buy back on both supports. Bach ends up dead, but they clean wipe everybody but the techies. And an Aegis. So, they claim a lot of gold and hold their high ground. So you look at this replay. You guys in chat are too funny sometimes, man. And they go for PMA. There's so much time where PMA is just dying here. Sanctity ends up getting spotted by Planet. The avalanche hits and the toss is there, and that's what puts Sanctity in the spot to die. Because of that avalanche and Planet surviving to even do something like that, because he bought back and he survived to make the jump, which could have been dangerous. But because the fight was happening on the right side, he goes left side, jumps in, avalanche, toss avalanche, and I mean, they're able to, okay, at least get something out of it. And you look at all the parts of the graph, and it just comes right back down to even. This gives a chance at next Aegis going the way of Azure. Having that next Aegis might allow them to really start to break the game open their way. High grounding against this team, not too easy. Now with the Daedalus in the hands of Blow. And he's got a lot more damage now, and he's looking to get the Satanic and a Butterfly going. Bach's going to be spotted by Melody. They've also got Ziots and Sanctity here. The right clicks are in, but can they get the backlines of Sanctity? Ice Path and the Macro Pyre. All of a sudden, Melody ends up dead. Bach will fall, but Low's on top of Sanctity. Pops the BKB, and even with the shrapnel down, they get the kill on the Sanctity. They'll take a Ziots. They'll look over at Uragi, who's going to have to use a Remnant to get away. The TP attempt, but the Adaptive Strike is there. PMA is going to be hit with the Avalanche. They've got the toss. The Morphling will take out PMA. Rolling Thunder hits Uragi. He'll try to Remnant back and forth, but this BKB is going to run out in a moment. They'll crit him and kill him. A full team wipe here in the favor of Azure. And then a PC crash. All of a sudden, Azure are off to the races. God damn. Take a look at that replay. No replay sounds, but you can see Bach takes a lot of the attention. This is what I talked about. Low is able to turn into Melody, and he's the Weaver, so you just Shikuchi right towards Sanctity, and he just cleans him up so quickly. See how long this PC takes to be fixed. Hopefully not long. But Sniper ain't safe. That's an issue. Just ripping through Sniper with not a lot of time once he was on top of him. Take this pause time to ask you guys how you're doing in chat. reconnect, and then a disconnect. He's not using Windows 98. He's using Windows ME. I told my girl to let you cook B-Cop. I'm sleeping on the couch now. Tell your girl I'm sorry for you and that she should forgive you, and I'll be quieter. I don't need to be ruining other people's relationships. Pentium 1. God, do you remember those stickers that used to be on like your school computers? The Pentium 4s? And the Pentium 3? Has Lacoste replied to my message yet? No, he hasn't. I don't think he's seen it yet. He's probably sleeping. Share some pickup lines with me. I want to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, no. I want to try... My friend over there thinks you're cute, and then just walk over there and just wave. I want to try that one. But I'm too nervous to talk to girls. I am. But more subs will boost my confidence. We're currently at 97 subs. 3 more and we get to 100. My accent is too perfect. What are you talking about? I don't even have an accent. What are you talking about? Stop it. Stop it. He disconnected again. No. No. Oh, not more delays. Yesterday was 14 hours long. We love your voice. Thank you. Can I read Chinese? No, unfortunately. When you don't have Intel in 2024, I don't have Intel, I have AMD. Kind of got an out west accent. I'm from the east, which is weird. I'll see you up with my mother. Hey, B-Cop, give me $5,000. Can I speak Arabic? No. But the only thing I know in Arabic is yalla yalla. That's it. You look like that YouTuber guy that speaks multiple languages. You have a southern accent? I don't think I have a southern accent. Can you speak English? No. Neon Fineliner, thank you for the sub. That brings us to 98. Yalla yalla, let's go. Yeah. I love yalla yalla. We went to, when I was in Saudi last December or November for the GEG, we went to the old town and they were showing us how they built buildings with like mud and bricks and stuff like that. And the song it was like yalla yalla, and then they had us chanting it back and forth, so we were just doing that. What's my MMR? Currently I'm like 3.4 thousand. I'm up like 1,200 recently. I've just been spamming Ancient Apparition. I'd be playing more, but these long days I don't get much time to cast in the moment, or play in the moment. I don't know who Mayu is. Or no, well, Mayu is casting with John, but I don't know her. Can you multi-stream on YouTube as well? I am multi-streamed on YouTube. We're on there. Nope. That puts us in 99 subs. We're so close. Still using low budget PC. Hey, Ordinary! Hitting us with the 5 tier 1 subs to put us at 104. My Talon, best lost, and my girlfriend was right. I'm a loser. You're not a loser. Stop that. Don't talk about yourself like that. Z-Rod with the tier 1 sub. Hell yeah. 105. Easy. Easy, easy. I never thought you're at my bracket. I will say I feel like I know about the game more than my bracket does, but I don't execute well, and I'm not that good of a player. But I am getting better. I'm getting better. My goal is to, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know how much time. I mean, I have like, what, a month and a half? I'm hoping to get to 5K by TI, which is wildly ambitious. Anonymous Gifter gifted another tier 1 sub. Hell yeah. That's 107. We are all bricked up. All right, don't look. Come on. That's what they all say / think. Do you think Navi have a chance? This game's kind of turning pretty hard. As Faith Beyond reconnects, and they're looking at his computer. They got an admin behind him. And he said go. Cool. We're paused because Faith Beyond had a computer problem. Thank you for the gift sub again, Ordinary. And Kiro, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, as we got this hype train going and the game back going. So here we are. Here we go. If you guys want me to be a TI, you got to @Valve on Twitter. That definitely works. Them and PGL. Tell them you want me in Denmark. Definitely the only way that works. Ags for the Underlord. This Ags for the Underlord. See how much this works out for them. It's a PC crush. Aw. Get that top tier 2 tower, and all of a sudden it's a 5,000 net worth lead here. And Regen Rune Planet also level 18. He's got that blink. He's got 4 staff. Gem going to be passed over to Ori, who's got that Ags going into a Basher next. So he's got that upgrade to the shield crash. Thank you for the sub. It's okay. You're not a loser. None of you guys are. You're fine. All smiles. From when Lowe started playing Morph? Is there more to that sentence? 5K net worth lead. Still the advantage here for Zoray. And with Roche back up in a minute, I'm expecting them to get it on the Zoray's side, but if Navi could swipe an Aegis, that would be pretty hype. Blink looking for Melody. Sees him. Avalanche, Harpoon. They've got the gem, so they can keep an eye on him with the waveform from low. The damage there with the Daedalus. They'll get another kill. That's going to be 22 to 27. Which facet do I think is better on Spectre? I have no idea. I don't play that hero. Can't sub because I'm a Dom. But that's funny. I actually like that. Has the Satanic now. Damn. Morph has a lot of damage, man. And that's why I said, like, once he has this BKB and this Daedalus, he can put out the damage, but now he has the Satanic to sustain. Got a minute till Roche is up. Sanctity looking for a Daedalus of his own, but he's 5,000 net worth now behind this Morphling. Sanctity getting chased. 4 staff, blink, avalanche, missing Sanctity. Just barely, but Melody, again, he needs to be careful. They have Rolling Thunder. They have Blink, Pit of Malice. This is from the Fiend's Gate. 4 staff, now another Pit of Malice all the way back in. And look at this, back and forth. Sanctity gets that kill. Takes out Ori as he bounced around the entire fight. Vessel on a planet, but they can't really chase. Man, Ori just getting ripped apart. And now some mines being placed here by Zayats, trying to protect this Roche, which is respawning right now. Get the information on that as Low is down here pushing forward, and they don't have buyback available on Ori. The only one they do have buyback on is on Low at the moment. Melody, mines. Exploding. Use that illusion to clear them up. Use the illusion to make sure they have an open path here to this Roche. Sanctity is just trying to take it, and they know they're doing it. Bach posturing over. Sticky Bomb hits on a low. And Pit of Malice is landing on a low. Some right clicks from Sanctity. A lot of damage onto this Morphling, the Manta, and forced to get back, but the Remnant over. Now they've got themselves the Fiend's Gate with the Pit of Malice upgrade thanks to the Axe with the BKB Big Pop. They go to the Satanic. They try to get the kill here onto Yuragi, who ends up dead first. Doesn't have buyback, so now they got to bail out. They go to the Pit of Malice from PMA. That'll lock up low for a second. Sanctity on the run. Blink. Avalanche right on top of this sniper. Low with the adaptive strike onto Zayats. The life break from Bach. They'll get the kill. Onto this Techies. The right click's coming through, trying to get the kill in a low, but it looks like Sanctity's just going to die here first. 3 heroes dead. They don't have buyback on Sanctity or Yuragi. And Melody may be looking to swipe Roche, but instead just TP's back home. So, Aegis, Refresher Shard. 10,000 net worth lead here for low. This is the wrong replay. Thanks, guys. Peacock, the way you lose your breath, the passion, I bricked. I never lose my breath. Ah, this is the right replay. Here we go. You'll see Yuragi go in, but look at this. Satanic and BKB and full health. Toss up into the air. Very dead. Low gets the kill. Who did he even... He didn't even morph yet. Waveform over. Not even needed. Adaptive strike on his Ayats. Ice Path missing. But, yeah. Ori just here as well. So up to the high ground they go. Breaking the bottom set Arax. How long have I been playing the game? Since 2012. Now they'll go through mid. Remnant's just going to sit there, shrapnel down, thinking about going into the Rolling Thunder. Blade Mail. And Rolling Thunder with the Harpoon. They use that roll up. They've got the control on the PMA. They'll get the kill here onto the Underlord. He's got buyback. Might be forced to use it very quickly. Yuragi pop at the BKB. Goes to the Remnant. It's going to be in the middle of the fight. Now back towards behind the barracks. They get the tier 3 tower. Low's just going to focus on this set of racks. No more Rolling Thunder for the moment. They have a Refresher and an Aegis still on this Morphling. Gleipnir doesn't really stop him from hitting away. It's really just the Glyph that does. Toss. Kill. Zayats dead. Looking for more. As Low backs out of the base. And so will the rest of the team. Tier 3 tower, and they'll get the kill. Onto the tower, they'll look with the Pit of Malice. They go to the blast off. That's going to land on the Pichu. Pichu trying to get away from this one with the dual breath coming through onto Yuragi, but with the blade mail pop by Bach, can he survive here with the arm? With the right clicks coming through, they still get the kill onto the Huskar. Finally, they've got the slight. Yuragi gets the kill there. 2 heroes dead on the side of Azure Ray. Remnant over. There's the Assassinate. They've got the Silence as well as the Hex. The Hex came from Melody. They'll go after Yuragi. They've got the Bashes coming out from Ori. They'll get the kill to the Ember. He doesn't have buyback. Avalanche on a Melody. Shrapnel down onto the high ground with a Sticky Bomb placed on a low, but he's able to wave form and get some distance. And they will not lose just yet and do hold on for a little bit. Rolling Thunder once again. Pitamalis is down low. He's in here. He doesn't really care. He's got an Aegis or he's got himself a cheese. They'll kill off Sanctity. Buys back literally immediately. And they'll go for these Mega Creeps, which they can defend on the side of Na'Vi with this Sniper. And they take out the Aegis. So now you got to be careful. Puts that Refresher Shard in there. Blastoff comes in. Force Staff onto the low ground. And without this Aegis, I think Azure Ray, they retreat for now, but do they commit to the retreat? Avalanche, Sanctity, he bought back, no toss. Waveform, BKB looking for this Sniper, turns into the Weaver. He's onto the back line, Sniper down to a little bit of half health. He'll end up getting low, but not dying just yet. Oh, he's still alive. I can't even see him. He's not on the screen at the moment. It's just going to be PMA as well as this Ember. They take out PMA. They look over at Yuragi. They don't have buyback on either of the two heroes that ended up dead. Yuragi will eventually fall. They actually stop hitting him. Toss up into the air. 3 heroes gone without buyback. Life break onto the Weaver. Snipers in the base, which Low can't get to him on. And now they'll finish off the Mega Creeps. Assassinate Malady. One right click. There's a Hex. GG is called, and Azure Ray will end up taking game number 1 over Na'Vi. So game 1 going the way of Azure Ray after a shaky mid-game. And ultimately, we'll see these highlights, but Azure Ray take the game and looked pretty good once they got past that mid-game. Once they got the BKB and the Daedalus there for the Morphling, it all worked out. Bring on the marbles. Let's watch the highlights first. We'll get some highlights, and then we'll go marbles. We have time. We do have time. But I will play some music, so it's not just kind of quietish.
Cover me, cover me.
Where's the shirt with Aegis? He's not on screen right now, and I don't think he'd wear it back-to-back days. That shirt was pretty cool. I still think it was cool. By the way, thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the subs. Thanks for watching the ads. Thanks for having subs so you don't have to watch ads. Appreciate you guys. Do I like the Grateful Dead? Yes, I love the Grateful Dead. I'll play some Grateful Dead for you. I got you. I got you. Let's play some Dead. This is Fish. Don't say what the fuck is this. If you know the Dead, you know Fish. Alright. There you go. I got you. Is Mofar gonna come cast official games with me again? I don't know. Let's see who's online. Because Roa was supposed to come back. I don't know if he fell asleep or not, which is fine. He was out walking Charlie Brown. And then he never came back, but let me see if anybody is awake right now. Nobody is online at the moment. We're kind of at those weird hours. Europe 72, yes. You knew that pretty quickly. I was going to play Cornell, but I saw Ramble on Rose, and I wanted to play that. Didn't you say your name was Ramblin' Rose? Ramble on, baby. Settle down easy. Sanctity, by the way, for those who are asking, got 9 kills. So did Yuragi. Low got 10. Have I seen Dead & Co? Yeah, I saw them at City Field. It was pretty solid. They could get rid of space and drums, though. That doesn't have to be played every time. Do yourself a favor. Ramblin' Rose. When is the next Tier 1 tournament? I think after this is probably TI, right? And then PGL Wallachia. Or no. The Bet Boom Universe event. Bet Boom Universe 3. It's an online event, I think. 100 verses in ragtime. Who are you, my man? How are you, my man? Why are you streaming all the games? Because I agreed with Clavision that I would. Yeah, the Bet Boom tourney. They just showed up on Wikipedia. Other man. It's on August 21st to the 25th. At the end of this month. Just like a Jack, sitting flush with a royal flush. This is back to back.
I got back in time for the musical number.
Hell yeah. That's Charlie Brown.
He's good. He likes his walk. He's pretty tame. Although he did, I live pretty close to like the elementary school that I went to.
Yeah.
So sometimes we'll take him there. He likes to like run around and
Aww.
I don't know, do whatever. And usually if I like when I do it late at night, there's like nobody nearby, so I can just let him off the leash.
Aww.
But he walked into the field and he just starts barking into nothing like he is like being murdered. Like and nothing was happening. And there wasn't like a cat or like another dog barking. Just for fun. Just to embarrass me slightly. But I have a secret patented trick where I just walk away from him and eventually he's like, "Oh fuck, he's leaving me." And then he like walks back towards me.
That's fucked up. That's hilarious though.
He's a husky, you got to be creative.
My
You got to
brother's
leverage everything.
my brother's got a Bernese Mountain Dog, and he like you all of a sudden you like pretend to get a little rowdy with him, and he's just like, "Arr!" And he's like so ready, but he doesn't get like excited. He just jumps once. Like that's it. The jump once is all he has to show.
Oh. Yeah, especially since he's like a husky, just the noises that he makes sometimes are so like guttural. It's like, oh my god.
So based.
Yeah, he is really cute. He does the thing where like huskies are like oh roar roar. And, like
Yeah.
they like talk kind of. Yeah, he does do that, which is really cute. But also sometimes when he starts like barking, like because most dogs, if they stick another dog in a walk or something and they're feeling some type of way or they're not like super well trained, they'll bark or whatever, and then both people kind of walk about their day. But Charlie Brown, most of the time he's pretty good. He sees another dog. Sometimes he doesn't really do anything about it. But if the dog shows a little bit of interest and then he's like really on one, he'll just start barking. And it sounds like he's like in like a dog fight. Like it's so intense out of nowhere.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, and he's totally fine. It's just how he sounds. But like when it happens and somebody's like watching it, you feel like they're like, oh, this guy never trained his dog. Never trained his dog. He's probably so unhappy. I mean, I'm probably not thinking that, but maybe the untrained part. But he's been to train it. Like I've had him be at training twice. I went a lot of times with him.
I mean, some dogs, I don't know, or some people, they're just like, oh, the dog's a little wild for a second, he must not be trained.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's also only like he's like 3 and like 2 months or something, so he's really young. It's not like
I didn't know he was that young.
yeah, he's. I've had him since he was like 8 weeks.
Damn, that's awesome. My dog's down with my mom in Florida.
Lowry Day.
Yeah, my mom's actually here right now. Wait. Mo just joined the marbles. Mo, does that mean you're at work right now, or does that mean you're off from work and you can join this stream?
Ooh, radio silence. Cold shoulder.
Fucked up, honestly.
How was the game one?
The game was good. Huskar off lane got kind of bodied in lane, but they hit a point where the Morphling they also had on their team got dataless and BKB and then just cleaned up. It was like
Never seen that before.
they had like a last pick sniper on Na'Vi and it just like got away with murder, and then all of a sudden it was like, all right, well now Morphling has BKB. Never mind.
Interesting. I mean, more importantly, I guess, like whatever game one, how have the marbles been? That's what we're here for.
Most cities at the office.
A little bit of casting ASMR on his phone.
Yeah.
Duck under the desk for a few seconds, commentate a single team fight.
After this game, I'll make some coffee.
Nice. I'm going to let Charlie Brown back inside. For some reason, when he doesn't walk, he likes to like run immediately outside. I don't. He's just that way. Oh my god, I didn't die this time.
Yeah, I saw myself die.
Big win. There's also... So I can do like a decent number of tricks with Charlie Brown. He's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one that I have that's really cute that we've done for quite a while. And I like put my hand out in front of him and I say, "Give me love," and then he like licks my hand. It's really cute. But the story behind the trick is even funnier because my mom, sometimes she likes to... She's the kind of person where she'll like kind of say anything to a dog and like think that they're just gonna do it, you know? She's like, "Oh, like be quiet when they're barking or something. Obviously, that isn't usually that helpful. But when he was in like his kind of like teething phase, and he'd be like annoying and walk up and like chomp your ankle for a second, she'd always be like, "No, Charlie Brown, like give me love," and he didn't know what it like meant. So it's kind of funny. And my brother would be like irrationally upset about it, kind of, because he's like, well, he doesn't know what that means, and then like blah blah blah, just be bitter about it. So I was like, okay, out of spite to my brother, I'm gonna actually teach him to do a trick where I just say, "Give me love." And actually, it's worked decently as well. Because if I like, he does this like when he gets rowdy, he starts like opening his mouth and like, not like to bite you or anything, but he's just like doing it to be playful.
Things, yeah.
Yeah, husky things, very mouthy. And then as soon as I like get my face even like remotely close to his, he like closes his mouth and then he like lets me kiss his nose, or he like licks the side of my cheek a little bit. That's really cute.
Does the trick involve peanut butter? No. Stop thinking like that. You're terrible people. Just let people enjoy their dogs. The trick is, my dog needs medicine sometimes, and I give him peanut butter with the medicine inside of it, and he has no idea. Here's your flea medicine.
The trick is a little cheese pocket.
My dog's not so much into cheese than he is peanut butter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. My mom doesn't give him like that much extra stuff, but when I'm around, I'm like, oh man, I accidentally dropped that piece of cold cut on the ground.
That's cute. Our old dog Tank, he recently passed away. He was like, he was just in like pain some of the time because he had like these little like tumors on his arm.
Yeah.
But he was really sweet, really cute dog. He's like this little wiener dog, and when we had the money, we would like go to a dispensary and we'd buy like little CBD drops and we'd sprinkle it on like his little wet food or whatever, so just chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not feel as much pain. It was actually really good. I think he liked it.
Dog talk, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Machine. I wouldn't make you guys spend too much time with B-Cup alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Have we seen these heroes yet in the tournament, B-Cup? Do you
no.
remember?
Not once.
I think we might have seen them maybe one game. Interesting, the ban priorities here. So Navi, they're worried about that Morphling. I think rightfully so. This hero feels like it's gaining a lot more priority as the tournament goes on. One of the carries that doesn't really ever seem to run out of damage or farm speed or survivability if you can get ahead.
How about cat? My cat passed away back in like 2020. That's where my emote comes from. My dad's cat, Goldie. This guy Kai did it, and he's really good. He does a lot of good emotes.
Oh, that's pretty
But
cute.
it's such a good emote. And then actually, Raya, aka Sheep, they did these emotes that are really good.
Cute. That tiger is really nice.
Yeah. So it's really good. I'm gonna grab a seltzer real quick.
Okay, go for it. I'll keep chat entertained to the best of my ability. Kind of hard sometimes when it's the same 20 heroes in every draft we see. We can pick ban. Wondering if Navi will get rid of the Ursa, considering that hero's been pretty menacing. Quick chat. Throw a party while B-Cop is gone. He'll never know. Tint. Oh my god. Tint is in the chat. Everybody say I love you, Tint, if you could. It would make me really happy.
Wait, who's Tint?
Tint is just the best person to have ever graced the face of the planet.
Oh, hi. Tint. I love you, Tint.
And you love him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very incredible. He should know if he's listening as well. I need to alert him that I'm on my Hearthstone Battlegrounds arc. He's really good at that game.
You said Andy?
No, Tint.
Oh. I thought you said Tint was so-and-so.
No, he's just he's the best that ever was. Best that ever did it.
Damn.
He's actually, I don't think this one, but he has made a few of the draft overlays, some of the interactive cool ones that they use in some of the tournaments.
That's pretty awesome.
Very smart guy, very cool guy. He recently, I think, took a huge trip across Asia and China.
Damn. So, never seen this tiny before, even though it was in the last game.
I'm very shocked actually that I made it this far, so maybe teams kind of valuing it less since the nerfs, but even then, Tiny, when his toss doesn't even do infinite damage, he still feels good. Avalanche, tons of armor, tons of HP. Toss is always, game making or playmaking potential.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you do take away the absurd damage numbers from this hero, the utility it provides is still really incredible. So I doubt that people are going to stop picking it. Also, it denies it a little bit from Na'Vi, who probably would have picked it up if they could. They go for the Enchantress, which I don't hate, is quite good into Darkseer because of Dispel. Lanes well with the SF if they want to put it position 1. Could be looking at Rubik as well. Nice Rubik game into Tiny and Darkseer already, plus you have Zayat, so why not?
You went
Wonder what they're
Techies
thinking
last
here.
time, and Rubik's available. I say give him
Rubik looks
Rubik.
really great. I could also see, okay, I was gonna say, I could see a world in which you pick Ursa here because of how strong that hero's felt. For Warlords, a similar thing. It actually kind of denies them from going the Ursa if they were looking at it themselves on Azure Ray. Not an unplayable matchup, it's still a decent Ursa game, all things considered, but pretty hard to play into that mischance before the BKB. And the Dispel as well is generally quite nice from the Aghanims you get on Troll. I guess that's another aspect too. Troll into the Darkseer has a really strong lane just because you can play range, can play melee if you want to be aggressive. Really strong pairing with the Enchantress, and once you get the Ags, you're going to dispel that Surge. End up going for an early Outworld. We saw it yesterday, and it looked a little bit suspicious at the start, but ended up being really strong from Makoto. I don't hate it. I think, obviously is great into the Troll Warlord, does okay into SF as a matchup. Can't necessarily always punish him, but pretty annoying for the hero. What do they want to go here? They could go for another potential just strong support. What else do they have in the pool in terms of supports? Hoodwink is untouched. There's also, Pingaleer is open for both teams, but it looks like they both have their mids, so potentially could take it as an offlaner. End up going for the Rubik themselves, which I think is, well, actually, yeah, they have to, now that I think about it. Don't want to give Zayat's Rubik into the OD and Tiny and Darkseer. So Azure Ray actually are forced, essentially, to pick this Rubik. Otherwise, could have been devastating for their draft. Not the best Rubik game, all things considered, but kind of having to cover themselves since they want this early OD. Could go for something like the Hoodwink, or just a solid offlaner like Centaur. So Na'Vi pretty much for sure, well, most definitely picking up a support in their last pick here. Azure Ray, much more than likely need a carry. Doubt the Tiny carry could feel very good in this game, or even in this current meta, we haven't seen much of it. Get rid of the Ursa. Kind of getting a little bit shut out on the carry pool here in terms of what's left. You already have the Morphling ban from the first phase, Sven. Got the Troll Warlord taking away the Ursa, and there's another ban on the side of Na'Vi. Do we see something new and interesting, B-Cop? Radio silence?
Sorry. I was grabbing
That's okay.
Advil / Motrin.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. This time.
What was the question?
Are we going to see something new in terms of the carry from Azure?
I think the radio silence is the real answer, actually.
Yeah, I could see potentially going into... could be an awkward game for TA. Sometimes she struggles to be the only physical damage on a team. Could have been decent into the Centaur, but not good outside of that very much. Faceless Void feels a little bit too slow. I wonder if you can go something like the Razor. Potentially even Juggernaut feels a little bit too hard in Troll Warlord. He did get a few buffs. Terrorblade as well is another hero that got a few buffs. Might not feel horrible, and they end up banning the Razor on the side of Na'Vi. Only a few seconds to get their last pick. Is it going to be Hoodwink, maybe? Something like that. Strong position 4.
Damn.
Is the Hoodwink, and Azure, I want to see something unique and interesting here. It's not a very good CK game, which is one of the carries we've seen come up now and then. Don't like Faceless Void. I think Terrorblade is what I'm looking at the most. Feels like he could get to a point in this game where he's really, really strong and the Astral stops him from being entirely bursted. What have they practiced in this new patch? What have they been liking? Especially into the Troll, it feels like there's so many good matchups for Troll. We did see the... Okay.
I don't need this.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about him. There was also Weaver in the pool, which I think could have been okay, but could also run out of damage. Dragon Knight feels so strong that if I had remembered how strong this hero was in carry, I definitely would have thought that this would be Azure Ray's best pick. Very solid draft from both teams, I think. Usually when we come out of these drafts, I feel like there is some awkwardness in one of the drafts usually, but these are pretty much all strong heroes that we see throughout the whole tournament. It doesn't feel like there's really many holes for either side. So laning phase is going to be exceptionally important.
I mean, I like Azure Ray's draft, but... Well, I mean, the OD makes sense. The Troll's going to struggle, but was the OD pick too early? Did they counter it well enough on Na'Vi?
I would say if there is any awkwardness, it's going to be in the OD plus Rubik that they picked. It's not particularly that strong of a Rubik game. Getting Dragon Tail from... Well, actually, no, they have... Sorry. Getting... What's the Hoodwink Bushwhack Sharpshooter? I mean, that doesn't feel horrible, but before that, it's a lot of spells that you aren't able to use super well. So not going to be probably one of those highlight reels we've seen from Rubik's in really strong games. And the OD, it's just an awkward hero in general. I think this was a fine time to pick it. It can be really obnoxious for the Troll. It can be obnoxious for like Ursa as well, which we've been seeing. So we could see people start valuing this hero a little bit more, especially with the pure damage. OD is towards the later stages of the game, primarily pure damage into these kind of like pipes and whatnot. Doesn't feel too bad. But you can definitely struggle if you get behind on OD. The way that we saw Mikoto circumvent that yesterday was by going this really out of place Orchid, which ended up getting them a huge kill and kind of swinging the game from that point. But playing into Shadow Fiend doesn't feel like the worst, and just a little bit too short on the duration there.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, level 1.
Yeah, late smoke up from Na'Vi. They know there's a ward on this left side, so they're going to potentially try to avoid it, or not. Sanctity shows himself. Ori. Knows they know there's a ward there, so doesn't want to give away that free net worth or XP to Sanctity if he wanted to call out a sentry.
Easy deny.
Yeah, already a huge win for OD here. 0-1 before the game even starts.
Can he maintain?
This is kind of funny. Both teams just staring at each other. Could be a little bit awkward here.
This could be a dead Rubik.
Looks like it is.
Pichu very dead, and First Blood gonna go the way of Sanctity. So after not wanting to give up that obs, you just give up First Blood instead.
That doesn't feel great. For sure. Sanctity, this is a player that we've seen, I mean, pretty much just constantly perform from the mid lane. Giving him a First Blood, especially on the Shadow Fiend, which he feels so well endowed on, is not going to feel good.
No, that is really rough.
And the bottle's going to come out at 45 seconds for the Shadow Fiend, and getting early regen on the side of a Shadow Fiend can generally just lead into more farm. Mana means more jungle camps, more waves shoved out. That being said, Ori, just kind of annoying on this OD. Astral into deny, Astral into deny. A little bit of wave pulling shenanigans from the side of Azure Ray. Planet gonna get clicked down by Malady. But this is what you expect when you see Darkseer in the offlane, especially with a kind of weak early hero like Tiny into a strong early hero like Enchantress. Generally want to try and not fight this lane as much as you can. Best thing they can possibly do is just make the lane feel weird.
Really crazy that you, as an Enchantress, can step into this position and play so aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, you have pretty decent early stats, and I mean, Tiny and Darkseer don't really, especially after these nerfs to Crash Landing, and Crash Landing, even at level 1, was relatively tame as once you start getting to those higher levels. Extra creep kind of feels like about the usefulness of Planet. But they managed to take quite a bit of HP off of Yuragi, and his CS isn't too high at the moment, so I'd consider that a win for the first few minutes in this offlane here. 8 and 8 on Ori, so even into this First Blood, CSing very, very well.
Yeah, kind of dominating that lane.
Yeah, so definitely seeing some of the value of why they liked picking this hero so early. Malady, always annoying, but isn't quite able to punish much.
Planet just getting 18 gold for that. That's great.
Consolation prize, if you will. Bot lane, super exciting stuff. Centaur into Hoodwink.
Toss into the Dragon Tail under the tower.
Wow. Pichu.
Or telekinesis into the Dragon Tail under the tower. That was really impressive. Just catching him,
that was
stepping
nice.
up for a hit.
Yeah. Science did not expect to be just on the edge of the tower range, so nice recognition from Pichu. Offlaner and safe laner here, the DK and the Centaur. So yeah, pretty similar CS.
Sitting at it right now. Same CS, telekinesis away. Low. Not a lot of mana to work with. Does have a couple charges on that stick, though. You can see Planet try and pull this creep wave all the way over, but he's enchanted, slowed up, and Yuragi coming over, and now all of a sudden the creep wave takes place there. In the jungle.
I guess so. Yeah, the Tiny's innate is not particularly usually that useful compared to some of the ones that we see, but it is kind of nice. Like, if Enchantress is going to hit you 6 or 7 times in a row while you're trying to drag the wave, having that, like, continual damage reduction feels nice. Planet is going to actually snatch away this water rune, maybe even, yeah, trying to look for something, but early boots and Sanctity means it is futile. Lane going very, very well for Ori.
16 and 11. Naughty actually going to see that this is stacked up and steal one of those Warpine Raiders.
Yeah, level 3 on Enchantress is so powerful. Planet not going to even bother walking towards it.
Yeah,
And Sanctity, even though the lane isn't going the best in terms of like assets denies. Yeah, Bach.
He was hit with the
Doesn't have a
seed
point.
shot and doesn't have surge, so he can't run, and he was just a little bit short of getting level 4 before he was ousted from the lane.
Very interesting decision to go the vacuum there. I mean, not only is vacuum decent mana commitment, so high cooldown, it enables those kind of plays. Obviously, he is playing into Enchantress, so I think that's kind of the rationale there. Is Enchantress can purge that at any point. But still leaves you open to situations like that where Enchantress can just use the, enchant in the normal way that she would. Ends up giving away a kill, so Yuragi doing very well.
Thinking about coming over here onto Ori.
Mm-hmm. This is nice for Malady.
Seed shot over.
Big fan of the seed shot.
Different than Acorn shot.
That is true.
Avalanche and toss up into the air. You've got Ori coming over. This should be a kill and will be a kill. It's just a matter of who. As they surge, they blood grenade, and this ends up being a bit of a chase.
Yeah, so they do get Malady. Thankfully for Sanctity, the rune is on the bot side. Just an invis though, which can be nice actually once you hit that level 6 Requiem. Could look for something surprising onto the side of Azure, but more than likely he's just going to use it as kind of a pseudo bottle refill. Continue to push out these mid waves. Continue to get his farm if he can. Ori is so obnoxious with this Astral, but ultimately it's going to be a, not a huge deal for Sanctity, but in the top lane, it's kind of a big deal to get a tower at 6 minutes.
Definitely always nice.
Especially considering that opening up that tower means it's that much easier to walk into the enemy Wisdom Rune. Planet...
We've seen multiple TPs come in for something like this. If they can kill Yuragi, but he's not going to be the one who shows until they go for this. Avalanche and Planet gets that Wisdom Rune. Acorn shot, telekinesis, Sanity's used, the Malady dead. Body blocks as Zayats will fall to Pichu, and 2 kills there, plus a Wisdom Rune for the side of Azure.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they were thinking. I think the rationale was probably something along Yuragi is so strong that it's going to be hard to fight this, but Ori just TPs. Not particularly a huge deal for him. Doesn't even drop that much CS in the mid lane. Bit overconfident for sure from the side of Na'Vi. You don't want to give away free kills like that. Still 1k ahead, at the very least.
Giving up kills like that and not getting the Wisdom Rune,
Yeah, especially into Tiny, it feels a little bit suspicious to make that initial play. Tiny is so good at securing runes. Part of the value of this hero on the support role at the end of the day. Sanctity.
Requiem and Bach gonna lose his life. Odd spot for Sanctity to be in.
Yeah, very strange. I guess expected the stack to come through. Malady is not killable.
No, he's not. And trying to toss Ori even further away. Telekinesis dropping him down on a Malady, so nothing really going on.
Yeah, the repositioning is nice there from the side of Azure Ray.
Low just having an easy time down near bottom.
Yeah, hasn't really had much to deal with. It's Centaur versus Dragonite, so certainly one of the lanes of all time. Both are pretty content in just farming. Centaur will get into probably some kind of early aura, maybe a blink if they're feeling spicy. That being said, just gonna keep on farming on low. We've seen Dragonite do very, very good in these games as a carry. Not particularly the best matchup into Troll Warlord at times. And so we're seeing Yuragi's actually making a bit of a deviation from what we've seen from most of the Troll Warlords and deciding to go Battle Fury first. Not going Maelstrom, not going the Aghanims. Will help him keep up with the kind of pace that Dragonite has. But don't know if the damage is going to be able to come through from this Troll Warlord for quite a while.
Na'Vi have a decent lead here. A lot of gold on the Enchantress, but man, Darkseer has nothing.
Yeah, Baka is definitely struggling a little bit. Gonna try and clear up some stacks here. Darkseer very good at doing so. Not the biggest deal in the world to have your Darkseer be behind, obviously. In any case, you'd love to have him ahead and get those auras at a really significant timing, but all in all, the hero does the same thing. just a little bit later and a little bit worse at times, but always such a high value just kit. Kind of the same with Tiny. So when you pick Tiny Darkseer, you're giving up some of your early like map, playmaking potential, especially into a hero like Enchantress.
Right.
But the later and later that you go into the game, the more and more that these heroes are just going to be so consistently useful. But Planet is really struggling to find net worth is kind of the biggest issue. So even more than the Darkseer being behind, you're not getting this blink for a long time on Planet.
Yeah, he's so far behind. He has nothing. Bushwhack and the Stampede looking for low. This isn't exactly go the way that they wanted it to.
I definitely
Come
won't.
up empty-handed.
Wanting to make something happen. I don't blame Na'Vi by any means. They're a really, really strong early game lineup. And into the side of Azure Ray, who, I mean, honestly didn't pick that strong of heroes. OD definitely takes some time and some levels. Obviously, we've talked about the offlane, and Rubik and Dragonite kind of in the same boat. So Azure Ray, as much as they can slow this game down, is going to be the best for them. And really, Na'Vi isn't pushing the pace too incredibly hard at the moment. Malady is being annoying, getting his farm on the Enchantress and working into Blink Dagger to hopefully push some of that early lead on PMA.
Man, I didn't think the map would be this small for Azure. Oh, Planet. He is just going to get run down here. There's nowhere for him to go. Just chiseled down into nothing.
Yeah. Definitely struggling this game. He's going to probably be... So far, he's the biggest sacrificial lamb. It actually feels pretty bad on the side of Azure Ray that he won't be getting this blink for so long. Their playmaking potential is really limited before that. So Na'Vi are going to be relatively ahead for the moment. Na'Vi reading the smoke really nicely, PMA.
This was a little bit of what we saw in the first game where Na'Vi were ahead. Like this. But kind of, there was that point of return for Azure Ray, and where does it come from Azure Ray here? Stampede.
Ooh, trying to
TP,
get onto Ori.
Blink,
He can't TP.
Hoof Stomp, and there is a kill here for Zayat's on Ori. Stolen Stampede, and at least they'll get away, but we kind of lagged for a second. That was weird.
Yeah, I got it too. Oof, 850 gold on the side of Planet, and it's not like he particularly has, he doesn't have even like a Soul Ring or an Arcane Ring to try and get mana to farm these waves. He's struggling to clear these waves because he doesn't have really anything. He uses a two combo spell to try and clear the wave, and then can only do it about one more time. Oof. Another smoke up from the side of Na'Vi, using them very aggressively, very often in this early game. Especially with PMA's Blink. I like his decision to not really go into auras right away. So just going into Blink, recognizing how weak this Azure Ray draft is at the moment. Gonna get the Wisdom Rune. Bach was playing a little bit respectful.
Coming
He's
over,
pretty
Blink,
low.
Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, and Sharpshooter kill. Is there really... is there a response for this? They'll try, but there's no. It just doesn't feel like Azure Ray have any answers.
Yeah, their draft just struggles to get on top of people, and at the moment, you're so far away from that Blink Dagger. Low is opting himself to not go for one at the moment on this carry Dragonite, going for an early BKB, so that could be a nice timing for them. But Yuragi had pretty nice game sense to go Battle Fury here. He's just going to keep on farming, keep on getting to his item timings. 5k net worth lead for Na'Vi at the moment.
There's nowhere on the map that's safe for Azure. I don't know where they get enough farm to answer. Low's got decent net worth, but Ori, who
had such a good lane, feels like he has nothing.
Yeah, this is what I kind of mean by OD being a little bit awkward. We saw Makoto when he played it. He really didn't have much farm or much of anything up until the point of he got the Orchid and a really nice kill.
So Stomp.
Does have
Stampede
the-
away, Acorn shot, and walk away.
Yeah, so Navi, they're not only are they controlling so much of the map, but they're also doing it nicely where they're building decent farming items as well. The Battle Fury on Yuragi, going straight into the Yashikaya on Sanctity. Blade Mail, Blink Dagger on the side of PMA. So not really having to sacrifice themselves much to get this kind of map state. Just recognizing how weak Azure Ray are at the moment. So their lead is more than likely either going to stay at this 5k mark or continue to grow if they can eat this much of the map.
Yeah, if you have the control of 80% of the map, there's just no way for Azure Ray to really bring back too much. And Melody, man, he has just been such a nuisance with these Warpine Raiders and everything, and that's an Astral Imprisonment onto an Illusion, and just to get away. We'll TP out.
Yep, doesn't get any bigger, the map here for Azure Ray. Not at the moment. They don't really have any item timings at the moment. You're going to get into the BKB from low, which will definitely feel strong. It's a nice BKB game. They don't have much damage into you outside of if the troll can get on top of you.
Right.
So not completely dire straits yet for the side of Azure Ray, but it just feels like, I mean, at this point too, Zayats and Malady, they're going to keep scaling as these two supports do. They're going to keep getting net worth, and really, you're kind of feeling the pain the most on the side of the OD here on Ori. Feels like his game is so tough, and it isn't similar to that game Makoto played where he has this item that might potentially kind of turn the game around or give him a lot of gold if they can get pickoffs. He's straight into the Witchblade. He can farm decently, but not nearly as fast as the side of Navi. Stream is really lagging.
Oh, mine's not. I'm pretty okay right now. Does DK, though, output the damage that you need once he gets to this BKB? Like, is Armlet BKB enough for him to make anything really happen?
It could be. Azure or Navi does have a decent bit of the net worth into farming items at the moment. Battle Fury and the Yashikaya for the Shadow Fiend. So if you can get on top of these heroes and you're almost into the Blink from Planet, just need to get one more wave. They smoked before the Blink came out.
Oh, Planet just barely bought that Blink Dagger. Vacuum Wall. Go to the Stampede. They'll focus their attention on a low. They're going to try and kite out Yuragi. They've got the Astral Imprisonment. And now the BKB, though, all that duration is used, and low didn't do anything with it. The chase is on from the side of Azure Ray. They've got the Sanities drop down. Yuragi, Zayats, and Malady die. 3 heroes dead on Navi, and Azure Ray have done it in back-to-back games.
Yeah, this is the value of the OD. At the very least, even when you don't have much net worth, on Outworld Devourer, the Astral Imprisonment is going to feel so strong into a troll without Sanjayasha, without BKB yet. I don't think it was necessary for Navi to go there. I think they thought that Planet was just going to be a little bit overzealous and show on this wave. Really nice back wall into the Avalanche.
Was a little surprised because low, even with this BKB, really didn't do anything.
Yeah, but you do end up kiting out the ulti from Yuragi and another vacuum from Bach here. So I think he actually might not have used it in that initial part. Just a nice wall. And then the blink comes out from Planet. So really nicely playing around their timings. Navi just probably shouldn't be in that spot with the items that they've purchased.
Just keeps...
Not a huge deal by any means, but you really need to be careful about Azure Ray stalling out this game.
Yeah, it gives them so much back. They're gonna have a pipe soon. Low's gonna go Sanjayasha. This all looks so good for Navi, and now Blink host stomp looking for the Requiem. But Ori's able to get the Astral Imprisonment off. They'll go to the Stampede. The wall is down on top of this Astral, so they'll have the Telekinesis and vacuum back. They get the kill into Sanctity, and you've just kind of given back the lead that you had.
Yeah, sorry, I'm restarting my VLC.
No, that's fine.
I want to bullshit something, but I can't do without it in front of my face.
That's fine. They're gonna go and get Malady next as they'll steal enchant,
yeah.
and he's gonna try and run, but eventually Telekinesis is still there, and that will be another kill here for Azure. And it's tier 1 tower mid. Oh, Astral Imprisonment. Ori caught Zayats, and this is a third kill potentially. Bach here trying to keep up with this squirrel, and Bushwhack to pull him back. Zayats gets into the trees, but they've got Vacuum again. Trying to TP out, but Zayats will end up dead. Ori will get the kill. It's the Iron Shell that pops him out of the trees and allows them to get that kill onto Zayats.
Is it possible for you to like Discord stream the clean feed or something? Mine is like unwatchable.
Yeah, do you want me to give you the other link to try as well?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. I have this one, which is I believe already in the chat, and then the other one is this one. Try those two.
Okay, let's see. Smoke on to the side of Azure.
Malady. He's gonna die again. Astral Imprisonment and Astral now sproinking, getting some distance. Malady's actually not dead yet. Vacuum into the Astral, into the wall. Sanity's Eclipse. Yuragi's dead. Hoof Stomp used, but now you're in a bad spot, PMA. Even with the Blade Mail, they'll get the kill there. And it's 12-6. Azure have evened up the net worth.
Nice smoke timing from them. They're also more than likely just going to be able to force the Roche here. Can't do anything about it on the side of Na'Vi. I feel like they've just been so consistently in it's kind of weird spots on Na'Vi, not playing the same kind of... In the first few days, the things that we like so much about Na'Vi was kind of their read on the meta, and it seems like they were always grouping as 5.
Right.
Always doing these nice fights and these nice smoke timings, and past the, like, you know, one bad fight that they had, they haven't been able to catch anything since. Blink Dagger on Planet and BKB on Low was such a strong timing, but just felt like Na'Vi were kind of walking into, kind of asking to see if Azure might be able to punish them for it, and they certainly have.
Definitely
Networth lead is teetering between the two of them, so not, again, not, you know, horrible on the side of Na'Vi. PMA actually did go into an Eternal Shroud this game, which I'm a little bit skeptical about. Not going to help him be particularly tanky or against the OD, and could potentially leave them open to taking a lot more damage than they want just from stray magic damage like this Vacuum, like this Rubik. Pepper Insight feels so strong. A little bit curious as to why PMA wanted to go the Shroud this game. And so a little bit, Na'Vi's builds all feeling kind of self-centered on the side of the cores, and kind of meant that they aren't able to output the same team fight capability. Their net worth lead, even though it is 1k still on the side of Na'Vi even after all this, it doesn't feel like it's useful net worth yet. They haven't been able to transition it into the likes of a BKB on Yuragi or BKB on Sanctity.
Smoke.
Ooh, Sanctity.
Yeah, Blink Avalanche.
He
Toss.
has Blink. Yeah, he's in.
Oh.
Shield Rune is one of the runes of all time. Straight into an Arcane Rune.
Very balanced.
Very balanced, very cool. Planet. Straight into Malady.
Still going. They even dropped the wall for this. Vacuum back, and you gotta assume Malady is dead eventually.
Yeah, you can see all the little arrows on the
Oh my
map
god.
just walk away from him.
He's just eating all this damage. It takes forever to kill an Enchantress.
He steals Sprink on
Jesus.
Pichu. Crazy thing in this patch is that almost feels worth it, getting that kill onto Malady. Probably isn't across everything they get on the map from Na'Vi. It does open up a little bit of breathing room for them. But sometimes just getting one key support kill feels like it opens up the map nicely. It feels like you can't really fight much without the likes of the Solar Crest. I mean, you couldn't fight very well without the Enchantress, or with the Enchantress, so without him, Lowe's just gonna come knocking on your towers. Almost 18 on the Dragonite here. So accelerated on Low. That's...
Yeah, Blink, Avalanche, Toss, Sanctity thinking. As they've got the Stampede, they'll go for this Sharpshooter, they'll get the kill, nobody here for Azure Ray, they're all over bottom.
Yeah, in the previous patch, Planet might have gotten that kill, which is the crazy part. Thankfully, tiny nerfs came through just in time, if you're on the side of Na'Vi. Finally a BKB from Sanctity, but still doesn't really feel like he's able to team fight. Should make him feel at least a little bit more comfortable walking around the map without dying to some kind of sudden engagement from Planet, specifically on this Tiny. No Blink Dagger on Low either, so don't have that much surprise burst potential. But hunting down Zayats walks right into the ward vision.
Somebody said, don't forget to mention that Ench is the dangler. Dangle the Ench, so they all jump on him and then get the kill.
So they can get XP and gold. Zayats being a complete rat. This is definitely space. This one I think you can
Chalk up to
save
space.
for sure. Yeah. Gonna end up even getting the Gleipnir anyway. Do give away Bushwhack, which feels a little bit unfortunate. Probably really the best spell you can steal outside of Requiem or Stampede. We'll be happy to have that one on Pichu.
Maybe getting that Sharpshooter so they could kill Ench a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it could be nice. Sanctity working into the Ag. Sanctity has played the SF very, very well. Even in this game, feels like he's still been doing what we've seen from him most games. Always right, I would say, to worry about what he can do on this hero and in general. Net worth lead still 1k for Na'Vi, even through this Aegis.
Staff, okay. Melody with that Sprink.
Of course. Wouldn't be an Enchantress without the Sprink.
Sanctity's got to be careful. All right, never mind. Bushwhack down.
Ooh.
Interesting
Sanctity
spot.
does have to be careful.
Interesting
I guess
spot.
he knows that they're probably expecting him to be around the Wisdom Rune. Did have the Watcher vision. I'm sure you can tell he really wanted to go for something, but needs to be a little bit more controlled. Astral.
Yeah, just on the edge and grabbing that Astral. Now Planet up. Okay. Toss up into the air, and PMA eventually dies here as Melody is again next on the list, but
At this point, is he?
to escape. Oh no! Telekinesis had the ward vision, and now Melody on the run. Bushwhack again. The chase continues for this Enchantress.
Yeah, if this doesn't sum up Dota in the current patch, then I don't know what does. He gets a regen even for his time.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. But that being said, don't end up losing too much on the side of Azure for this dangling Enchantress. Smoke up. Pretty strong timing. That being said, PMA is just about to respawn, and Hiragi does finally have that BKB. Even has a Paladin Sword, which feels really nice, just to potentially sustain. But now you're looking at this Dragonite last pick for the side of Azure. So you have 40 armor, 4,000 HP, and Sanctity. Whew. Doesn't have TP for another 8 seconds.
Alright, well, that's going to feel pretty bad. And BKB Requiem. BKB popped, and Sanctity. Okay.
The healing.
Damn.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. You did end up giving the Requiem away to Pichu. Planet, just gonna try to force this first BKB from Yuragi. And he might be able to. Nice TP from Yuragi. Just able to get it out. A little bit greedy to not press the BKB. A little bit risky, but testing his limits here. Now we gotta do everything they can to try and keep this map small for Azure, and feels like it's opened up quite a bit for them. Now Zayats has Gleipnir, has Enchanted Quiver. This Hoodwink can deal a lot of damage. Similar to the Tiny, but in the way that, you know, Hoodwink is still quite strong, but was nerfed.
Now they've got
Smoke up.
these zeros coming over with
The chain CC
Planet.
could be good. Oh, Planet knows.
Oh man, Smoke breaks. He's got that obs on the high ground, able to get away from this one. Now the Avalanche, PMA. Bushwhack on a 2, looking for the Requiem, and that will get the kill on a Planet. They've got the control, but Astral Imprisonment. Telekinesis on a Sanctity, stolen Requiem, and they still get Ori. Yuragi comes through, and all of a sudden, they're going to rip through these heroes. Box dead, Pichu's gone, low on the run. BKB's popped very late into this fight, and now they're on the high ground. But they're still a tier 2.
They even used the glyph to try and deter them from chasing further into the base, which just leaves these towers even more vulnerable. Really nice fight from Azure, but you can't... It seems like you can't really fight if you're going to be losing Planet in that kind of fashion. And the BKB too, really nice timing from Na'Vi in the sense that Ori didn't have BKB for another about 10 seconds, wasn't able to get away even after he astraled himself.
Yeah.
And
And
here's
again, they
Planet.
go for the ENG. Why do they keep trying this?
Oh man, at what point do you buy a Silver Edge?
This is ridiculous. I truly
Absolutely
don't get this
ridiculous.
chase.
50 seconds left on the Roche timer here. Not gonna buy quite enough time on Navi to stop them from being near the Roche. You're already set up on the side of Navi. Bach building into BKB. So both the offlaners opting for BKB this game, a little more aura heavy on Bach. Doesn't have the BKB yet. Can Planet make something happen here?
They have the vision up there.
This is a little bit of what can be annoying about losing your Enchantress, even if it takes so long to get the kill. More than likely, there's probably a lot of your wards and a lot of your map coverage on Malady, so actually maybe a mistake there. Even though he takes up so much time, it ends up that his death timer aligns perfectly with Roshi. Of course, couldn't have known that, but knew it was possible it might spawn soon. Amplify damage on low. Gonna be hard to walk into Azure here since they're already set up, but they're gonna try. Roche is pretty fast with amplified damage and that arcane orb. Doesn't look like they're quite in time. Don't want to pop the Stampede or anything too prematurely.
He just picked up Blink Hope Stomp coming through on a 2, looking for the Requiem, but good force staff away. Astral Imprisonment, that saves the Tiny. Ori with the BKB, the chase is on. Yuragi's going in. He hasn't popped his ult just yet, but right into the hands of Sanctity with the raises. The Sanity's going to be dropped, but they get the kill on the Planet. They'll take out Ori. They'll pop that ult and low. They'll buy back. Vacuum coming through on all 5 heroes, but Bach. The wall was already used. Oh, Zayats. The last right click gets this Aegis.
Yeah, very clean initiation there. A little bit... I think Azure should have maybe been expecting a tiny bit more that Na'Vi would be going on to them. Didn't have a ward to catch that initial jump, and really good synergy there between PMA and Sanctity. Bursting these heroes at the start, or at least forcing so many BKBs and whatnot, feels really nice. And Yuragi goes a pretty unconventional build here. Not only did he build the Battle Fury, which we haven't seen, but he goes into a Scythe on the Troll Warlord. So hoping even more to burst, and Ori also bought back. One thing that I didn't quite catch at the end there. Struggling a little bit to find net worth on Ori, and OD without net worth can feel a little bit lackluster into these early BKBs.
How did we get here that it felt like Azure won that fight, clean up, and then back-to-back fights where Na'Vi are just way stronger?
Yeah, it's kind of coming down to how much net worth Sanctity has and the blink initiations from PMA or the Bushracks from Zayats.
There's the
the
Hex.
Scythe.
Requiem, wall,
Nice for staff.
and the Sharpshooter also hitting.
They committed a pretty decent amount there on the side of Na'Vi. And that Scythe reveal is ideally when you want it to be most useful. Not a lot of smokes left, I think, on the side of Na'Vi. Still so much net worth ahead, at least at the moment, and Ori, without buyback, is struggling a little bit to find his place. Azure gonna clap back a little bit. Looks like they caught maybe just on the edge. Bach getting the smoke debuff there. That so shows himself. Does have a BKB, but
Gonna use
actually looks, yeah.
Oh, the damage. No.
Sitting in the trees, not able to break through that evasion. Daedalus is on low, so he does feel quite strong on this Dragonite. But again, it is a pretty decent matchup for a farmed troll like this. BKB and ulti pretty much means that you're able to stick on top of DK. Refresher for Sanctity. That is a pretty massive one.
Yeah.
It's really hard to play team fights without BKB on a Shadow Fiend, so if it ever gets forced, it feels quite difficult. And of course, having two ultimates is never bad. This could be really dangerous for low.
Low. Yeah, they've got the Ags on it. Astral Imprisonment for the save, the Refresher, the BKB. Okay, now both of those ults are down. And they got nothing from it. That's crazy.
Yeah, did something happen? I think a fly flew across my screen.
2
Trying to
Requiem,
bark upstairs.
0 kill. That's nuts.
This, I actually do like the Scythe purchase from Yuragi, but it does feel a little bit like he might kind of... I mean, it just feels like he's struggling a little bit to deal damage with it. That's for sure. Sanctity is, dealing a ton of damage if those BKBs aren't coming out. Not able to find anything on the side of Na'Vi off the back of these pretty important timings. Still ahead for the moment. And tier 4 neutral items are going to start coming out. Those can make a pretty big difference. Specifically, the Ninja Gear on Sanctity is going to be a really massive one, especially if he can build into his own Scythe. I did like as well Ori, recognizing probably one of the best ways to actually mitigate that initiation from Na'Vi is, rather than just going for the Astral, he presses BKB right away as to not get stunned on his way to do it, which means that Low is able to live, thankfully. Now it's a little bit of a standstill for the moment.
Get to watch the show of multiple Requiems. Oh,
It was
God.
Scythe again.
4 staff, back in. This time they kill Pichu. BKB, 4 staff away, trying to get the distance, but eventually, 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah, and you use Dragon Form and the BKB on low, so he doesn't have buyback, which they might not know. But even if he did, he's not going to be useful at all on this Dragonite. Buyback on Pichu, not heavily committing by any means. Toss back can always turn these kind of situations, but I'm not sure if you have the damage into Ragi.
I'm all down. 4 staffs around the horn. You know,
And Malady almost feels as tanky as PMA at this point in the game. He's standing in the same
At
position
this
as
point,
him.
I think it's been that way.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it. And Zayat's honestly outputting similar damage to the troll. These Navi supports getting so much done.
Ori.
Yeah, his scythe is going down. They do get a really nice kill onto Zayat's. Maybe you can try to look for something off the back of this, but Navi, I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Let's DK get back up. After all that, all they got was a Rubik buyback. They didn't even break the high ground.
Yeah, they did, fortunately. Well, not that fortunately. They killed the recipe for the scythe for Ori. But it's only, I think, like 250 gold. So if he really wanted, he could go purchase it again himself. Satanic finally finished for Yuragi. The scythe could be a really, really massive deal for Ori if he's able to get it off, but Navi's chainstone has been so clean. It feels like off the back of these smokes, they're always getting something. Always pretty clearly communicating what they want to get.
Right. Smoke ball by the Rubik of Pichu, so he's ready to smoke up eventually with somebody.
And Sanctity now has the Feast of Souls grants plus 30% cast speed, which feels quite nice. A lot of times we don't even... some of these games that have been going later, we haven't been seeing people actually make it into that 25 kind of experience point. Sanctity, ooh, it's really fast, the cast on the Requiem here. He's thinking about it. Knows that Ori might not be expecting it. So just push it out the wave.
Net worths are not looking that great. 23,000 net worth lead. Didn't feel like it was this much, but so much of the map is just being farmed by everybody on the side of Navi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that, I mean, a really big chunk of that net worth lead is actually on the supports and the offlaner here from the side of Navi. Low is sitting pretty close to Yuragi, and Ori 5k behind Sanctity, which doesn't feel great, but isn't too terribly bad for them. But Zayats and Malady feeling like complete menaces here. Counting for almost 10,000 in the net worth lead themselves.
We'll say pretty surprising that you didn't just rebuy the recipe on OD.
Yeah, I guess just feeling pretty weak at the moment on Azure to fight. The scythe is going to be a really big turning point because at this point in the game, you do have Rubik, you have Tiny, and a scythe can potentially open up the game so much if you just get one key repositioning onto a target. But Navi is so tanky at this point in the game, and there is level 25 on Yuragi, which is a massive deal. Planet PMA is not your target.
No, too tanky, but good wards up there.
Yeah,
unfortunately
PMA
spotted out immediately.
Not going for this aura-centric build, which I was definitely skeptical at first, but at this point in the game feels pretty decent. Pipe, as strong as it is, does kind of fall off, and Azure Ray's damage isn't really magical at this point. Sitting at 5.5k HP with how long the game's been and the way that he's itemized going into his Shivas as well. So he's definitely reaping the benefits of not going auras this game. Nice decision by him. What is the timing from Azure Ray? Kind of got to wonder if there is a timing. Certainly not going to be Roche.
I'm not getting this Roche, but what are you getting out of the map?
Yeah, I struggle to see what Azure Ray... I mean, it really is just, I think, base defense at this point. Play with Tiny, play around telekinesis, maybe even try to get vacuums and force staffs in the base. Play for all kinds of wacky things, but now you have a refresher shard on PMA. 2 Stampedes, 2 BKBs. Already felt pretty unkillable. Aegis on Yuragi. It's also a little bit disappointing as well for Bach that it's not a particularly good wall game. They don't have like this Morphling or any kind of really strong illusion hero.
Right.
Obviously the SF decided to go for magic damage, so it's not like Navi's scaling is benefiting you in any way as it might sometimes on the Dark Seer.
Is it a
Now
little
you're just
worrying
sitting
that
below
they
that.
didn't give the Aegis on to the SF?
No, I don't think so. Iragi is going to be the person who hits the towers, which is generally who you always want the Aegis on. Sanctity is just going to be looking to get some pretty sick Requiems if he can. Him and PMA have not struggled to make that combo happen a few times. Planet does have a Wind Waker, just finishing it barely. That item is extremely strong at this point in the game. We haven't seen many of them just because of how difficult it is to build into. But Planet, recognizing how late this game is going to go, figures why not. It is still hard to push onto the side ground. There's so much threat from Azure, and Navi not feeling comfortable even with this Aegis, even with the refresher to do so. Want to get a pick off.
Where do you find it?
It's not easy, especially considering there's the Wind Waker and the Astral. But just because you can save your team and stop them from going high ground doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to fight Navi. Lincoln Sphere on low. Actually a pretty decent pickup considering there's only a few ways to break it this game. Trying to mitigate the value of the Scythe on your Ragi.
Shocking that they're not just, brute forcing their way up.
Yeah, they're still afraid of Azure. I mean, the net worth lead is growing and growing, but the timer on this Aegis is ticking down a little bit. Melody sitting on 6,000 gold. I think he might buy himself a Scotty or maybe a nice trip to the Bahamas. He is so rich on this Enchantress this game, and Zayat's, we're looking at buybacks now, but just a few moments ago when the net worth was up, he was ahead of where Bach is. Trying to get towards refresher on Bach. But won't have buyback if he does.
Yeah, still trying to get there.
Yeah, so hard to push high ground. So I don't blame Navi for being apprehensive. That being said, you gotta wonder if this is worrying at all. Azure Ray not bothering to step out of the base, not bothering to give Navi anything outside of the net worth lead that is constantly expanding.
You can't even get their couriers out there at the moment.
Yeah, and full Scotty on Malady. Doesn't even particularly negate very much healing. Just makes him tanky, makes him even more annoying than he already was.
Does a low ever feel like they're gonna output more damage than they can handle on the side of Navi? Because I truthfully don't see it.
I think it's mostly going to be burst. I mean, this Navi draft is pretty decent at burst. You have the Scythe, you have the Toss, Dragon Tail. It's not impossible by any means to chain stun. That being said, Yuragi, he is level 25 on the troll, so he has that strong Dispel on the Battle Trance. Can use it while he's stunned. Not while he's silenced if the Scythe ever manages to catch him. So Aegis is going to be running out. Do you just wait for next Aegis on Navi? Is that the game plan? Because that feels a little bit awkward.
I don't think so.
Waiting for any opportunity. Azure Ray, very patient. Just standing around each other, figuring that the best play for this game is to literally take your hands off the keyboard.
Kind of crazy we went through the whole Aegis.
It is. It is. I mean, if you don't have... I mean, you certainly can't high ground without Aegis, so they go for a smoke. maybe one of these times when Azure is kind of getting lazy on a wave, you can catch them off guard. That being said, no Na'Vi hero showing on the map. Feels like it could be a bit telling that the smoke is happening. And Azure, smoke of their own. They actually do want to try and make something happen. Sanctity.
Sanctity smoke breaks, and Zayat's off to the side. No fire. Lincoln's pop. Silence and Hex. Force staff back. Tossing in the base. Not who you want.
Sprunk. Vac wall onto. Maybe thought that would catch
More heroes.
a few other heroes. I mean, you do commit some kind of cooldowns. Maybe when this dragon form wears off, you can actually look for a brief window to hit the high ground. But not going to be able to get that much.
Enchantress is like the last person you want.
Yeah, Malady playing up in their face. At this point, do you just hand cheese to Malady and tell him go hit the high ground?
Why not?
Feels like that. Because you're scared of losing Uragi. He can get bursted. Doesn't feel like Malady can. Not without a Silver Edge on the side of Azure. Does finally get one on low. So Malady could potentially, maybe possibly, allegedly die. Could be a shock to us all. Finish a Silver Edge as well on Uragi. Which is nice to break some of the passives on Azure from the Dragon Knight and even the Tiny to some extent. But not like Uragi feels so much stronger than he already was.
Right. Hey, have Na'Vi hit critical mass? Is this the strongest they're going to get?
I would say so.
So theoretically, is this the strongest that Azure Ray can get?
No, not by any means. Azure has probably about 40,000 gold worth of net worth to grow. There are still a few things like refreshers on the PMA, maybe a scythe on Zayats or something, so you're not completely capped out by any means, but Uragi's not going to get much stronger outside of that refresher. Sanctity is doing pretty well on his items. Not too many, I think, talent breakpoints either that are so meaningful. Now getting close to level 25. What is that one on the Enchantress? It's impetus damage or nature's attendance wisps. So it can be even tankier or deal even more damage. Doesn't feel bad. But yeah, the spikes that you're getting on Na'Vi aren't going to feel as impactful as the ones you're getting on Azure Ray. That being said, you're still so far ahead that feels like it might be a few spikes that Azure Ray need rather than just one big item.
So smoke, Silver Edge looking just to catch somebody out, or he's out a little far, but pops that BKB.
Really nice reaction time from Ori. Staying locked in even through a 52-minute game with 33 kills total. Back to farm.
Yep.
Back to sit and base. These kind of games, it's as Azure Ray, it's, you know, you want to potentially go and do something, but you know it's the easiest way to throw away a game that could be winnable. And just the high ground that they've drafted is so annoying for Na'Vi to break through. Gonna get another Refresher Shard and another Aegis. I say give this Aegis to Malady. I had no joke. I think 100% I would give this one over to Malady, or maybe even PMA, just somebody who's gonna go hit the high ground who isn't Uragi. But they will hand it over to Uragi regardless. The only annoying thing about this point in the game is sometimes when you get Aegis onto a core like this Troll Warlord, you're actually starving them of an item slot. Could potentially be a big deal if you can ignore this Troll Warlord to some degree. His build isn't the most damage heavy on Uragi. Feels like out of all the heroes, he's actually maybe falling off the most on Uragi.
Aegis and double cheese. Neither
Double
of
cheese,
which
double
on
refresher shard.
Malady.
Building a Roshan drop menagerie here. Building a nice collection. Roshan's banner on the ground. I don't know why. It seems like that could be potentially useful. Maybe. I think they're trying to build a block of cheese on Zayats. You know the game is, yeah. Be a little bit cooler if they fought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See, I did see, you know, at this point I can't talk about Dota anymore. I was on my walk, and I saw these people. You know how people have things that they put in like the, like, front windshield of their car just to keep it like cool when it's hot.
Yeah.
I walked by one, and they had like a Bob's Burgers one.
Oh,
that was cute.
Yeah. I like that. I like that show.
Yeah, big fan of Bob's Burgers.
I'm getting word from the stadium that if we get 20 subs right now, they'll finish the game. That's all I heard.
They'll actually go 10v10, buyback for buyback, use everything that they have if we can hit that goal.
Yeah, they're like, hey, B-Cop, we know you're hurting, so we'll finish the game if you get at least 20 subs.
Mm-hmm.
We might push that number higher later.
Ooh, Planet Malady.
Oh, Sproink out of the base? All right.
Ooh. Something here. Getting word from Stadium that we miss Math Magician and that he's so handsome and better at shilling.
He really is. Just waiting for them. 52,000 net worth ahead.
Yeah, I guess at this point on Navi, you either use the Aegis or you wait for 60-minute items. Those can be potentially useful. Honestly, though, I feel like you're pretty happy with a lot of the tier 4 neutral items you have on Navi, so not going to necessarily be, I think, the craziest jump in power if they get tier 5s. Could potentially be cool for, like, Malady, and, ooh.
Pichu dead?
This is their opportunity. Not enough subs coming through, though, I will say.
I'm trusting my chair. I am leaned all the way back. Oh, fuck. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. And I am just going to watch the game like this. And we'll...
Yeah, I actually need to get a better chair. I have, like, I've had this, like, kind of, like, fake, like, Walmart gaming chair that my mom got me, like, 5 or 6 years ago. It's a little bit probably past its expiration date.
I don't actually know if this chair is going to hold. All right, tossed into the base. They've got the nullifier out of the tiny. BKB, Requiem. That's one. Stampede.
BKBs.
200 gold there for Low. Thanks for taking out the banner. And
I really do
Malady
honestly
gonna
wish
be the
they
one who's
gave.
taking the base.
I wish they gave the Aegis to Malady. I really do. I mean, for my sanity, and honestly, I think it would have been the correct decision for them because Uragi is so afraid to set up or just like go forward. He's actually a hero that can die. Malady, even without the Aegis, is willing to play like this.
They all have buyback. I don't really know what they're so crazily scared about. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. There goes the tier 3.
If we reach 20 subs, we can maybe pay for B-Cop's back surgery when this chair gives out.
No. Why? It's always on Malady. They're never going to get him. Nullifier, Astro Imprisonment. There's the wall. BKB's pop. Going for the backdoor protected base.
Stampede stolen. Racks at half HP. Maybe one set of them. Ooh.
Refresher. Requiem. Avoided. Vacuum wall on to 5. Another Requiem coming through. They get the kill on a planet. He's got buyback.
So much committed actually on the side of Navi. Could be a Since they use so much, I think they feel a little bit too weak to go back in. No Requiem means that Sanctity is actually really not much of a hero. So they're going to back off, lay around the 60-minute items. Notorious power spike for the Enchantress. His 8,000 gold. Definitely smart by low here, actually. He's queuing up a Midas just to get that guaranteed neutral item drop. They are going to try and match it. I actually feel like the tier 6 neutral items could be better for Azure than they are for Na'Vi.
Yeah. I agree.
There's some pretty good... Oh, block of cheese. He did it. Zayats did it 60 minutes. Wow.
Pirate hat.
And yeah, they've kind of split up and farmed Stygian Deso onto Zayats. That's a pretty good one to find on the Hoodwink. Centaur harassing your ranged barracks there. Malady, man, maybe you give this next Aegis. That's surely your timing for Na'Vi. You give Aegis to Malady and give him a Rapier and just let him hit the high ground.
Remember earlier today I said we're not going to do another 14 hours?
Yeah, we'll do 15. 16 even.
Oh, no.
Snare said morning. I feel like he's one of the only people who could save this desperation cast.
Whoa, we're not desperate. Come on. Not yet.
I feel like we're desperate before we even start casting. Let alone
I thought we were doing a good job.
7.5 minutes. We're doing a great job. You can be desperate and doing a good job.
Can we?
I don't know. Do we sound desperate when we say that?
I have no idea. Stygian Desolator oh fuck. For Shadow Fiend? Sorry, I'm really leaning back in this chair.
That's not even good. I mean, Sanctity, maybe he's just taking that because he wants to like push the high ground, but that's probably one of the worst items you could get on Magic SF. Well, actually, never mind. He is level 30, so his raises are now going to do attack damage, which is kind of a big deal.
I'm
but
too
the smoke of the seed
sleepy
is
to do any saving yet. We'll get some coffee,
okay,
Snare. We're still in the second series.
You know, you're sounding kind of desperate, B-Cop.
I'm seeing the timeline. It's parallel with yesterday. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's always fine. Why are they so afraid?
69,000 net worth.
Because if they lose, they're out. Come.
The game is in a wonderful state when you start.
I'm a fan.
When you start
I'm a fan.
chatting to the other team, yeah. Especially, it's so funny that's just like 2 words.
But still funny
Still
enough.
giving us a little bit of entertainment.
Yeah, curtains
Low.
closed.
Oof. Maybe he can use the Midas here to get an extra tier 5 neutral item. Scaling extremely hard.
Cheese in the bottom middle?
He just hasn't used it. I
Why?
don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Mirror Shield is actually a really big deal on low. This is probably one of the best, I would say, tier 5 neutral items in the game. Especially in a game like this. There actually isn't that much targeted spells from the side of Na'Vi, so it's not like completely devastating. They can kind of just choose to not cast them on low. I wonder if you just sell the Scythe on Yuragi. I kind of think you do, almost. I mean, Scythe is so strong, but there's Mirror Shields and Lincolns and what have you. Book of Shadow is actually really nice for the Rubik, just for saving potential. But, I mean, you're not like you're saving a lot, considering there's nothing happening. No edible ags on the side of, I believe, almost anybody on Azure Raid. There's so much net worth behind, but still so scary on the high ground. Trying to make a trek through this top lane. Actually could maybe catch Yuragi if he walks onto this wave, but...
Fuck.
Is he just going to push this wave?
Oh,
he gave it away.
Planet.
I don't know. I probably thought that there were more heroes behind them, and now he's just going to go back into farming. He can play pretty safe on the side of the map, considering... Yeah, Roshan is up. Our good friend Roshan. We've seen him so many times.
Wait, they ate it?
They gave it to Uragi again. I really think they should give it to Melody. I really genuinely do.
Did they eat the block of cheese? Oh, fuck.
They might have.
I think they did. I think that middle thing is
Yes,
block
yes,
of
it
cheese.
is. Yeah. He also has 500 shield,
Yeah.
which is what the block of cheese is. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, time and time again they try the Aegis on Uragi. This time he at least replaces the Scythe, which I felt like already wasn't particularly impactful.
This is all because we never got those subs.
I know. The Twitch chat is so selfish sometimes.
Yeah.
They're always upset about us not starting the game, and
There's 8,000 of you
bagels and-
here, and think about it. Only 20 of you needed to do anything to fix this. Look at what you've
I know.
done.
I think I can see Bach as well. They turned off the chat,
Yeah.
but he has been typing sub to B cop on Bach from the live game.
That is true. Very true.
Which, I mean, if a professional says it, I shouldn't ignore it.
Wake me up when September ends? Dude, we're in August. Toss, Hex, all right. They're going to go here onto the tiny Astral Imprisonment. They'll look for the Requiem. That's going to be through onto Ori, but it's not going to do anything. Now, Vacuum onto 3. Stampede used. The damage onto Ori. Not going to be enough just yet. They're going to refresher here. Nobody dead.
I feel like I'm being, like,
Brainwashed?
waterboarded.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's the fact that there hasn't been a kill in so long.
He was not kidding. He was, in fact, not kidding. Oh. Astral Imprisonment. Blink. Planet. Missed it. All right. Now he's going to be Hex. Chase. Still alive. Telekinesis. That's going to be a save. Vacuum on a 4. BKB's forced because of it. Get out of my base. You stinking animals.
Yeah, silly kids. I mean, honestly, I think Na'Vi, just give the Aegis to Melody at this point. Uragi hasn't used it the past, 3 times that he's had it? It's expired as an inventory, just sits there like a collectible. Well, this isn't the international.
It isn't.
Looking at the statue.
It isn't at the. It isn't the international yet.
Yeah.
Which Home Alone is stinking animals from? The first one.
I don't remember honestly the difference much between the different ones.
Did you see Home Alone?
What, are you gonna say something about how that movie probably came out?
No, I was just asking. That was, all right, you know what? I'm not that much of a boomer. I know how to use the internet. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I said stinking because I didn't want to say filthy animals just because I was worried that people might construe it the wrong way. I overthink everything I think of. Yeah, we're getting into Lord of the Rings 3 territory.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of time to overthink in a game like this. I wish they would overthink giving the Aegis to Melody. I see somebody hit these buildings. Melody has a few times, and they haven't been able to kill him once, but most of the time it just ends up in trade of BKBs, trade of refreshers.
Navi's just standing there. Hold your ground! Hold your ground! Sons of Gondor, of Rohan, my brothers. I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. Oh, they're going. Dragon Tail, Bushwhack, 4-staff back. They've got the Vacuum on to 4. Some damage on a PMA. He's actually going to get low here. He's going to be forced to Requiem away with the Stampede.
and they're trying to get the kill. They've got the toss up. It's going to be on a Zayats. The right click damage coming in from the illusion that is this Shadow Fiend, dropping down the sanities, but it's going to be the OT pop by Uragi. Still has this Aegis. They're going to buy back here on Pichu, but Uragi's eventually going to die, and he's going to use this Aegis. He's the only one who's dead so far. Do they have the extra control? PMA doesn't have a lot of life left. They've got the silence. They have the telekinesis. They'll get the kill onto this Troll Warlord. Looking for more Astral Imprisonment. That's going to be on and around Zayat. They'll get the kill on the 2. No, he'll eat the cheese. He'll try to sharpshooter away. And finally, he'll finish him off. 2 heroes dead. They have buyback.
So not much happens.
It's
again.
something.
It is something. I mean, Azure, we were mentioning earlier how Na'Vi is kind of capping out on most of their heroes. I think as well a little bit, I'm not the happiest with Sanctity having this game. He has the Lincoln Sphere and the Octarine, which is nice. The Octarine is nice to give him more refreshers, more BKBs. Feels like the Lincoln's isn't really that necessary, though, and could have been a Scythe. Maybe could have capitalized a little more on this game.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but
we've got this pause.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day, we fight! Fight all that you hold dear on this good earth. I bid you stand, men of the West. Roar with me, chat.
Bringing the energy with the soundboard. That's how you know a game is going long. B-Cup starts using the soundboard.
Cringe. That's fucking Lord of the Rings. What are you calling cringe?
That one really set you off, B-Cup. We're starting to get a little bit irritable here.
Literally Aragorn's speech. Like, wait, are you kidding me? Cringe?
Unfortunately, I'm not as cultured. I haven't seen all the Lord of the Rings. I watched one of them in theater with my brother when I was like 12.
The original
and the
three
movie
are
went
good.
so long.
Yes.
The movie went so long that I was like, okay, I can't hold it anymore. So I went to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, this movie's been so long. Like, no way that anything super meaningful happens in this next like 3 minutes. I'm in the bathroom. And then when I came back, the credits were rolling, and I missed the last like 5 minutes of the movie. I sat there for like 3 hours and 20 minutes. And I missed the very end of it.
It being Lord of the Rings makes it extra cringy. Shut up. Master Frodo. Get him out. He hasn't seen them. He's a young child. It's okay.
It's not about my age, okay? I just don't watch that many movies.
Well, take some
We need to
time.
stop the
You
ageism on
should
the
watch
stream.
the trilogy. You really need to watch the original trilogy.
I should. I should watch a lot of things. My inspiration or like motivation, I guess, to watch like media, shows and movies specifically is very, very waning. It has to be very specific things. It has to have Subway Surfers at the bottom and maybe a clip of Family Guy on the left side.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you the whole 4 hours of the first movie.
That probably exists. It probably exists. That's the worst part.
Wait, what? We're pausing and pulling from the game. All right, you know what? Hold on. I gotta go on YouTube for a second. I gotta play this speech. I don't want the first one. I want the which speech do I want? I want the King Theoden. Yeah, hold on. The battle speech. This speech gives me chills. Chills. No.
You know, now thinking of my luck, maybe once this game is resumed, maybe if I go to the bathroom, then I'll miss the last 5 minutes of this game and we'll finally be out of purgatory.
Okay, I think I have this speech. That's such a great speech. All right, come on. Let's get to it. Starting to remember why this movie's 8 hours long.
Follow the king's banner down the center.
thing. Whatever. You ride into the high ground and you just scream, "Death!" It's not gonna be
I will
muted.
say, yeah.
I didn't even show the video.
The Lord of the Rings soundtrack is really incredible. I
We'll be fine.
in high school, I played parts of it on the bassoon and trombone. So
Hell
there's a little
yeah.
row bar.
I was
If anything could be a little more lame.
I was an alto clarinet player in high school.
No.
What? Oh, yeah, fuck you.
I'm kidding. I'm
no,
kidding.
you know what? We're going to marbles.
cool.
Get me to marbles while we wait. DMC is not
jeez.
incoming.
Oh, I set him off.
Everybody, exclamation point, play. Get the fuck out of here. We're playing while we wait for this game to come back. I have no idea why this happened. You were a saxophone player? Well, that's kind of cool. Fuck out of here. The New York slang is back. I hide it so well. I try not to. Fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I guess it's back.
All these first-time messages. These could also, I mean, clearly if they're first-time messages, they probably aren't subscribed.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
www.twitch.tv
we told you what they had to do to
/Peacock.
finish the game. I don't have a Bronx accent. No, I'm not doing one. I'm not walking here. We don't say that. Fuck out of here. I think the weather is bad, so they paused. Fuck. I'm going to be up till 1 p.m. again.
Yeah,
You have work tomorrow, right?
I actually don't.
Oh.
Today was the day I was supposed to work, and they called me out of work.
Mm.
So I can be up as late as I want, but it depends on how much I'm willing to sacrifice my real life.
What? Real life? The fuck is that? I'm playing ads, by the way. I'm taking this time to play ads.
Marbles. All I know is marbles, chilling, 80-minute games with breaks.
Yeah. Death! Go marbles, go! Go marbles, go marbles, go! Go marbles, go marbles, go! Ooh.
One of the worst feelings too is since I like to, focus on these games.
Yeah,
usually
it's
I end
really
up popping my
pulls
ADHD medication.
Yeah, this really pulls the focus.
Yeah, but then whenever I take my ADHD medication and nothing's happening, I get really bored.
Yeah, I feel that.
Fast.
That's a real thing that happens here.
Yeah, I recognize that at like my job because it can be either really busy or really slow. So if we have like a really slow day, and I took my ADHD medication so I can work and function a little bit better, I get so bored, and sometimes I have to turn on a podcast or something.
We are the podcast. They paused due to the storm.
What would be our podcast speak up? What are we good enough at? Because casting is
being such a different. What do you mean it's so and so? What the shit? We're doing great. It would be a podcast about our age difference in movies and shit and stuff.
Oh, so it'd be you talking about all the movies you know about me saying, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, basically. That's the name of the podcast. I haven't seen that.
Listing all the things that I've never seen in my life. Rojo and a nerd.
All right.
That's a pretty good one.
Hey, I'm sending a picture message to Lacoste. Everybody say we want you Lacoste in chat. Everybody spam we want you Lacoste. Okay? Just spam it. That's all you have to do. And then I'm going to send him a picture showing him that that's the truth. Okay. Ooh, that's on selfie mode.
Diabolical.
Why would you enable emote only on this channel? You're unmodded. I'm literally doing something. That's an unmod.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's an unmod. Everybody spam we want Lacoste. I'm trying to take a picture.
Oh, geez. Chad can't keep focused for that long. I think they need their ADHD medication. They've lost the plot.
They
emote
lost
only.
the plot. All right, I'll remod you. There you go. The bit's over. Lacoste says, I'm busy, but he sends hearts, and he says to say hi. He's real life busy.
What's that like?
This guy's fucking real life busy. This
I know.
motherfucker.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Think he
Who
is.
does he think he is?
Clavision, what'd they say?
You know,
The
he thinks
players,
he's better than us, speak up.
the pause is because there's thunder and heavy rain. Okay.
Who could have expected that?
Thanks, chat, for giving me that
Who could
message
have
about 5 minutes ago.
possibly foreseen this coming?
Not me. Outdoor venue? No. Not me. Couldn't be. Oh man.
Okay, I know how to make the technical issues go away. I'm gonna queue a Hearthstone Battlegrounds,
Yeah, you do that.
and as soon as I get into it and I'm actually interested in the game,
the game will
then
come
the
back.
game's gonna start, so I can't finish it. Yeah.
Also, go follow me on Twitter. I'm 2 followers away from 5,000.
Oh.
Just figured I'd shill a little bit more, or sub, or donate, or some shit like that. Who cares? Yeah. We're also 500 followers away on Twitch from 40,000.
Ooh,
Pretty poggers.
that's a nice number. Would be nicer if that was the number of subscriptions on the channel.
Hell yeah.
If you have a little Twitch Prime available in the bottom right of your screen in there.
At bcop92 is the right Twitter. Oh, 4,999. One of you 7,000 people here did it.
Wait, did they unfollow?
No. Yay!
Oh, okay.
5,000! Yay!
Ooh.
I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
Yippee.
My mom said I could play Fortnite and have un cola.
You're so unreasonably good at that. You're freakishly good at that.
Yeah, that'll happen. And un cola. Oh god. Is game 2 done? No. Thunder and lightning delayed a Dota game. Your Twitter bio is not up to date. You're missing your OnlyFans link. I haven't made any content yet, so I haven't been doing it. It's not on there. Whatever.
That's how we get subscriptions, because
Oh shit! I'm back down to 4,999. Fuck.
somebody was not having it.
All because you guys didn't sub 20 times. Yeah, I mean, this is the truth. Maybe don't play Dota outside for fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, I love this event, and I would never diss it in any way ever. And I
Smiley
appreciate
face.
them allowing me to cover this event.
Smiley face, allegedly.
I already sent Lacoste the picture of everybody saying we want you, Lacoste. He has not. I mean, he said he's busy, so.
Which is probably just a lie to avoid
Yeah.
us. People don't actually get busy, that's a myth.
B-Cop gave you 5K again. Go. I'm at 5,001! Hell yeah! I thought you
Oh my
like
God.
donated $5,000. I was about to cry. Nah, I was just kidding. I knew what you meant. I'm just a shill for donations. A lot of people are dying.
I'm trying to figure out how to. My Twitch bio is outdated. I'm trying to figure out how to change it.
No, you're like right over there. You're here. Oh, Rojo died.
Oh no.
What happened? We're on delay because of rain. As you can see in the bottom right hand of your screen, it is pouring rain because when I think Dota, I think outdoor event.
Don't we all?
Yeah. And now I'm going to be like saying this and being like, oh man, it's delayed. And then somebody new is going to come into chat. 'Cause somebody did this earlier today. And they're going to be like, this guy said he wanted the stream to end for like 8 hours. All he did was complain. No, I was just annoyed that we had a lot of delays that led to us going for 14 hours. Typical LAN days don't take that long. Tech is going to be ruined and they'll have to replay the game. Can you not do that?
It's such a devious thing to say. Such a diabolical message in the chat. Yeah, let's see. I don't want people thinking I'm a filthy 8K player if I manage to change my bio.
What do you now?
I'm currently at 9.5K.
Hell yeah. That's almost as high as me.
Well, I kind of strive, BB Cop. I always watch your VODs.
Almost as high as me if you divided your number by about 3.
Yeah, I'm not mentally strong enough for the Dota ranked ladder these days. I mean that, and I just usually I've been working a lot or locked in some kind of padded room with BCOP.
I was crazy once. Crazy? Still paused? Yes, it is still in the bottom right of your screen. Paused and pouring. Pouring rain.
Rain delay. Are they playing in a garden?
Yeah, the umpires came out and they were like, put the tarp on the field. This is a rain delay. For all you sports ball people out there. Congrats on the $100. Holy shit, congrats on the sex. Goddamn. That was a long race. Got time for another one. It's a good tweet, though. Rain delay during Dota? Dota rain delay. Tarps are out. Everybody should go like this tweet. So I get the most engagement I've ever had in my life. 5 likes.
Notorious 5 likes. Can we break it? Please like and subscribe.
I'll continue playing music.
Why have I not been playing music? So crazy.
They're going inside to finish the game.
This must feel so weird for the players. I mean, this game is already like so odd. Now you have to. I mean, yeah. Ooh.
What the fuck are you doing? 2 shit teams. I have no idea, man. What happened in the Navi game? Rain delay. Believe it or not, rain delay.
Not brain delay like we have.
What? Exactly.
I said not.
Rain? Yeah. Did I stutter? I said rain. Is this the first ever rain delay? Beats me. Beats me. What is this shit? Who just responded to my tweet with some awful picture?
Twitter's a horrible site. I wouldn't think too much on it.
Snow Ruyi, more like snow rainy.
Rain Yui Ruri?
Rain,
Rain
yeah,
Ruri?
rain Ruyi event. Why pause, bro? Spanish? Somebody said it sounds like I'm speaking Spanish if I just spell the word socks. And then they were like, I saw it in a video. And I was like, it's still funny.
I don't know if I follow.
Spell socks.
SOCKS?
Yeah, it sounds like you're speaking Spanish, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, I see. I think the person typing it out in chat. It's cute. I like seeing the letters pop across the screen. And the venue is so cool, but maybe it has a few issues. For
It
at least what's
might.
fun.
It might. Still a tech pause? It's not even a tech pause. It's a weather pause. My question is, how are they about to finish this inside? Are they
don't
reloading
know.
into the lobby? Or, like... What do I mean, rain delay? Honestly, I couldn't fucking tell you. Am I prepared to be staying up past 12 p.m.? Yes, unfortunately. Check the weather. 8-hour stream, 1 hour, 1 series done. Worse than yesterday. Underpaid. I'm not paid. Yeah, underpaid.
I mean, technically, I guess.
I guess that, yeah, technically you're right. Not paid is underpaid, yeah. You're right, you're right. What's crazy is this could still go to a game 3. Why did I say that?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good point. Good point, Pickup.
Tennessee! I know telling me. What do you mean, bro? Show the game. Ban him. Ban him now. Get him the fuck out of here. Ban.
Yes, just start the game. It's crazy that you would actually make it rain over the venue because
Yeah.
as a caster.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just Mr. Fasciculus over here, and I waved my magic fingers and I made it rain.
Kind of crazy.
Oops. Can we not do the loudness? Okay, sorry. I don't know.
Also decrease the volume on your stream individually, actually.
True.
But
Jube!
it is kind of sudden. It's kind of loud.
Thanks for the sub. Yeah, I don't actually know how much louder it gets for you guys because it doesn't get louder for me on my end.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It's not like unbearable. I think it's like a pretty normal volume.
It's not louder. The game will resume from pause or next game. Caster, play the game. I'll fucking do it. I'll snap my fingers. I'll say ban again. I swear to God.
It can be reasonable.
Anybody?
Lazy cast game.
What's your Oh, okay. What's your favorite BTG TV emote? I'll add it to my channel.
Mine?
Yeah. What do you like? What can I get you?
Ooh, let me see. Okay, wait. I have a few. Do you have 7TV? 7TV is pretty good.
People clap. I like people clap.
People clap is funny.
I'll add people clap.
Do you have 7TV? It's kind of like the better BTTV.
TV.
The better Twitch TV.
I don't know if I have this.
You should. It's pretty good.
I'm signed in. Emotes. Can I look at what's on my channel? Oh yeah, I've got Popcat and Cat Jam and Sad Kitty and Omegalol and Bedge. Tech W's on there. I'll add Copium.
Yeah, that one is definitely necessary for this stream. Let me see. I have some really good ones in mind. I need to sign them.
Prage. I'll add Prage.
Okay, so
I'll add Booba. And Poggies. Yep. Poggies is getting added.
yeah, let's see. I'm gonna send you a few, and you're gonna see what you think of them.
All right.
See this
Does it work immediately?
It should. 7TV is pretty fast.
Is it?
It is.
Poggies. It didn't work. Do I have to refresh?
You might have to.
Everybody's typing Poggies, and I know what it is. Wait, it's not working still. Do I have to install it on my end? On my browser?
Yeah, you need this to see the 7TV stuff. You need 7TV.
Oh man, wait, where do I add that? Fuck.
It's not that hard. It's just like an extension.
Wait.
Oh.
All right, it's added. All right, let me go back to my. And now let me refresh. I'll start this marble race. That one's really good. I actually really like that last one. Froge Concern, I send that all the time. Oh, my chat looks so different now.
Yeah, it's a good. I actually have a friend who worked on this 7TV. It's very nice. It's very yeah.
Poggies is a good
Ooh.
one.
This one is a really good one. Priscilla has a lot of good emotes. She was doing that for a while. That's that one.
Alright, use emote. Use emote. Use emote. Froge Concern's a big one. I like Froge Concern. That's a banger.
This one is a good description of the game we were just watching, I think.
Sisyphus? That was very. I like that. Dies of Cringe? Oh, you want me to add Dies of Cringe? Is that what you messaged me? Is that what you whispered me? Sonic?
No, it was really like. Oh wait, oh.
This one. Oh, this one suits you? The fuck? My dad congratulating me for waking up early. Me at 6 a.m. grabbing a snack at the kitchen before going to bed. Oh, Sonic, that was good. I'm glad I looked at that. I'll send this to you. Good. I thought the. Sonic, I appreciate you. Where is Poggies? Poggies, you have to type all caps. What happened in the game? It's rain delayed. Oh shit. Sorry, I don't know why I wasn't on the screen anymore. Nobody told me that. You gotta install the 7TV extension.
Mm-hmm. It's quite useful. Okay, this one's really funny.
That one's kind of rude. I like it. It's in. We're adding Monkey as well. I like that one. And Sniffa. I do like that as well.
Ooh, this is I mean, there's not always a good use case for this one, but I personally really enjoy this one.
Oh, I like this one. Strange shirt.
This one is decent.
I do not like Slurp Glorpin. I do not like this one.
Oh wait, this one's really good. I've seen this one. That one is.
I don't like that at all. I really hate Slurp Glorpin. That looks terrible.
Yeah, that one is. I don't like that.
Slurp Glorpin is a bad one. I'm not about that one. Show game they started. No, I'm literally watching the stream. What the clean feed? What are you talking about? Take 5 minutes to think about what you just said. Wait. It's not like the old. I can't ban you as quickly. Fuck. Wait. Take a minute. Take a minute. Cassie, I'm about to give you a 5-minute. Alright. Wait a second. Alright, we're gonna add this for 2 seconds. So you guys can take a look at this.
You can also just send the link in chat.
I guess. Dude, it's smart. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I really hate it. No, I really do hate it.
What is this? What did you just send me? Drow armpit? I'm not adding that. I'm also disabling Sorp Gorping. Get that shit out of here. I don't want to stop. Stop. There ain't no way I'm having Slurp Glorpin in there.
You get Chad, Slurp Glorpers. Oh, this one's really, really uncomfortable. I'm seeing a lot of bangers be copied.
Did you just send me Sniffer?
Yeah.
I already have that.
Oh.
I said
sorry.
I had that. I said I had that. Come on. Come on. Last time chatter? That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, the sun's coming out. Kiss a homie? What? Why, dude?
I do like it because
Add a boba? You gotta put the links in here.
Boba's pretty funny. That's a good one.
It's still raining. I don't know if I should add this one. Sniff a new chatter. I like that. That's funny.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
No, lick you.
No.
We're not slurp glorping.
In this house, we.
Huh? Huh? I like huh. That's good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Step on me is not getting added. This isn't a so you guys don't sub. You guys don't sub enough for this to be a sub chat. Good take. I think we already added that. No, it's the same. Yeah, we already added that. We already had a good take.